welcome. Comment, like, subscribe, click the notification bell so that every time I put out a video, you're the first person to see it. Let's get into the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, today I'm not going to talk about any topic, but I want to answer some question. There is this friend of mine who asked me in the last vlog, he asked me what inspires me to do what I do. So, guys, this thing makes me emotional sometimes because, anyways, the person who inspires me, I have many, but the key is my mom. Mom, I love you so, so much. This woman has been there for me. Like, she has passed through a lot because of me, because of my brothers. I'm the only girl, by the way. So she has passed through a lot. Guys, I will not continue vlogging without you knowing about me. I grew up in a domestic violent family. Yeah, domestic violent family. I grew up seeing my mom being beaten. I grew up seeing my mom being pushed out of the house. I grew up seeing my mom suffering. Guys, I don't want to be emotional. Yeah, I grew up seeing my mom suffering. I grew up seeing my mom, trying hard to work for us, trying hard to make us happy, even when she would be beaten or when she would not be having money, and you call her when you're at school, she would be like, let me try. But the condition at home, when you know the condition at home, when you know what she is passing through, guys, that woman has done everything for us. She has been there for us, especially me as a lady, and now realizing what it means being a lady. I don't just rush into anything because she's always there to guide me. She's always there to support me. She is my first cheerleader. If I'm to do something and I'm like, Mom, I'm to do this, she's like, God's mercy, do what you feel like you want to do, as long as you know you're heading to somewhere. So she's everything to me. She's always there. She's always praying for us. She's everything. And seeing her suffering made me realize that I was always I was a loner. I was always lonely. I was someone who never wanted to be with friends just because of the condition at home. I remember I would sit back and cry, just remembering what is at home, what's going on. I would sit back and cry. I would think about a lot. I remember I was not even performing well, guys. I was someone I was not performing well because every time I would think about my family, every time I would think about my father, every time I would think about what my mother is going through, and it hurt me. It hurt me. I was always stressed. That's from my primary to secondary. I never liked being with friends because all what they would talk about, my mom did this, my mom did what. I knew what my mom was going through. I knew what my family was going through. So I never wanted to talk about even my family. I hated it. I never wanted it. I wish you understand, guys. So I was always lonely. I never liked people talking about families. I never liked people talking about relationships. I hated relationships. I was like, to hell with relationships. But when I started moving, they say when you don't move, you don't know what's going on in the outside world. So when I started moving, went to my aunt's place and I saw them happy, my aunt and the husband, I was like, oh wow, even this is there. Because me, I knew that when you when you're married or when you go into relationships, you've joined hell, guys. That's what I knew about it. So I realized maybe there is something between between my father and my mother that is not in the outside world. So I realized you have to take steps to enter into a relationship. You have to understand someone you're going into a relationship with, because sometimes most people just bump into relationships and you end up suffering. And you know what hurts most is that your children will always suffer. Like, guys, I suffered innerly. I was bleeding seriously until I gave up, and I was like, let me live my life, let me live my parents' life aside. Because the other time I was living my parents' life, every time I was always hurt. I never wanted to see people laughing, talking about families, because I knew what was going on in my family. You get, guys? So, and what hurts even more is that parents, when they get misunderstandings, they put children in. I was put, remember I'm the firstborn, so I was put in their misunderstandings to judge. Guys, it hurt because when I was young, yes, they would say what they say, and I'm like, okay, I just go with that. But you know, when you grow old, you start seeing who is making a mistake. So now, when I would talk about it, like, mom, maybe this you did wrong. Oh, dad, you did wrong. Guys, it was the worst. And please, to every other person, never, when you're a child, just leave them. If they are to do what, don't judge anyone, because I suffered that thing. Like, you would talk to your father and he hates you for that. You talk to your mother, she hates you for that. You know what I'm talking about, guys? So I ended up not, you know, this one would be like I'm on my mother's side, and this one would be like I'm on my father's side. Guys, I was just there. I never knew where to, like, you find yourself not having even someone to talk to in your family, just because this one thinks you're on the other person's side and the other one thinks you're on the other person's side. So guys, I got hurt. I struggled with my life from the time I got knowledge, because me growing up, I've been seeing my mother suffering. Growing up, I've been seeing her crying. Yeah. So I was like, then let me put out something, maybe to inspire those people, because there are most people who are like me, who have been in those families that don't even encourage you. All what they are in is fights. you know they don't even want to know how the children are raised. So I was like, let me talk to them, because guys, I almost lost hope. I was like, what am I doing in this family? Like, maybe I was meant to suffer, you get. But that wasn't the case. The moment I stood and I was like, I have to stop this for good. I have to focus on my life. That was my parents' life, so I have to live my own life. Everything changed. The loneliness, I don't know where it went to. So, guys, I know many people may be passing through the same thing, but I encourage you to focus on who you are. Yes, that's your family, but focus on you as you. Uh, I think I've answered the other question, though I've talked much about it. But yeah, that is it. That's the reason as to why I've always loved my mom. Even if she goes through what, she will try encouraging you to live your life. Stop focusing on what is going on back, like at your home. Focus on who you are, be who you are, and explore what you can do best. That's my mom, and that's why I love her so much. Yeah, that is it. Bye.